What's up guys, my name is Solstin and today I'll be playing the Elder Scrolls Online. Now in the age-old tradition of me doing the dumbest thing I possibly can in a game, I've decided to do the most ass-backwards character I possibly could. A plate-wearing, sword-wielding sorcerer. Like in other MMOs that have attempted to revolutionize the way you build your character and give you that freedom, like Rift, The Secret World, or even Guild Wars 2, Elder Scrolls Online is trying to do that, but whether or not it'll actually be effective, that's what I'm here to test. Now, in The Secret World, yes, you could pick whatever combination of weapons you wanted, but if you picked the wrong combination, or picked the wrong attacks in the skill line for that weapon, you would hit a point where anything that does give you XP, you can't really kill, and anything you can kill isn't worth it because it doesn't give you enough XP to level up. In Guild Wars 2, it's more pick the right weapons for your class, or you'll never reach your full potential. I know there's a couple classes like the Templar that are meant to be spell-casting melee guys, and they're spec'd like that, and they're supposed to be like that. The Sorcerer is supposed to be the light armor wearing, staff-wielding, you shall not pass fireballs. Except there's no fireballs. That's a Templar thing. I get lightning, and some shards, and a summon. But hey, sword and shield, heavy armor. Let's see how it would do. Loading screens. Loading screens as far as the eye can see. This is the world we live in. This is the world of Elder Scrolls Online. My obligatory female character. I look like Shredder. It's awesome. So on the theme of ass backwards, I'm focusing mostly on blacksmithing so I can make more plate armor, more swords, basically everything that a sorcerer doesn't need. I do what I do. Only the dead know peace from this loading screen hell. Oh. Hello. I gotta go.
Hello.
Alright. So this is me. Solstin. The plate-wearing, sword-wielding sorcerer. Oh, mace at this point in time. Basically single-handed in sword. That's the class of weapon that I'm using. So there's a couple skills that do complement each other that I've found so far with this build. One is sort of like the Sunder Armor of single-handed weapons. And there's an upgrade for it, when you use it enough, that you can actually have it not only negate physical armor, but you can actually have it lower spell resistance. So that's sort of a nice, I don't know, cross-class helping. Story in an MMO? Be skipping that. Even though this whole thing is about the store. Oh my god, what happened to you? Tormented souls. So with this guy, start with a little bit of lightning, sunder his armor, and maybe turn myself into lightning here, and he's dead. Also, I forgot to summon my familiar, which is a very nice... I basically have a demonic dino raptor. Isn't he adorable? So what I usually do is I start off, sunder his armor. Now he's weak against pretty much everything I can do. Maybe pop my lightning armor if I need to. And enemies seem to go down fairly quickly. To be fair, I think they're a lower level than I am, but it's still going a lot better than I ever expected. Now the difficult thing about a build like this is half of my skills rely on mana, where the other half rely on stamina. Now most builds, they'll focus on one or the other. Like the Nightblade, which is sort of the rogue, you'd think it would be stamina, but that class actually relies solely on mana, from as far as I can tell so far. Which makes it a little bit easier to build up your pool for different attacks. gathering is a little hidden. There we go. Okay, so level 6 wolf. I'm level 7 or 8 right now. What level am I? I'm level 8 right now. I'm also a hoarder, so I've got so many items down here. I'll just let you guys take a look at what I'm using right now. Not that it really matters, but as you can tell, there's a little bit of mana building, but for the most part, I am spec'd like a fighter. Where am I going? I want to go that way. So let's see how I do against multiple enemies. But first, mining. Yes. All the ore. Now with a build like this, it does take a while for the branches of skills to actually get to the point where they can work with each other pretty well. So for a while I just had, you know, 2 or 3 really weak attacks that didn't really help each other in any way, shape, or form. So I really, really sucked for the first little bit. But it started coming together probably around level 5 or 6. So I'm imagining if it started to come together, it's only going to get better from here. Yeah, everything seems to be going pretty much Millhouse. Stab there. Still haven't decided whether I like first or third person better. I find third person's a little difficult to use items because the cursor is always fixed in the center of the screen. And that does make it a little bit aggravating at times. Especially in combat, because then you're always kind of looking down. That raptor, though. Ooh, there's a light! What's... Now these sky shards, every 3 that you find, you get a skill point. So they're basically free points to your character. I've got 2 out of 3 right now, so if I find 1 more, I get an extra skill point. That's locked. That's probably from this.
Ah, my old friend.
Oh, you.
Couldn't resist another exploration?
I couldn't.
Be mindful. This one may be a touch more dangerous. Foul necromancy is at work here.
Oh no. I heard you were here. What's going on?
The mysteries of Nirn span beyond the Dwemer. The aliens fascinate me in equal measure. I had to see.
Okay, you bore me. I gotta go. So it does definitely do its best to try to incorporate storyline into everything, as Skyrim is known for doing. I still consider it an MMO. It's still do this quest, find X of these. Although it does have a lot more just run around and talk to different people kind of things.
You are not one of them.
No, I'm not.
You have not the taint.
Get.
Help us. Free us. I am Targoth.
I'll free you from your taint. Okay. So I'm being tasked with fighting a boss. I could reach a lower chamber, or I could explore here. My pack rat nature tells me find all the cooking ingredients. And that's pretty much the bulk of what you're going to find in a lot of things. Almost every crate and sack that you open up is cooking ingredients. You will find different plants and ore and such out in the wild. They are very, very easy to miss most of the time. But if you get a keen eye, or you know, just level up your crafting so that you can actually have the nodes show up in the wild, then you could do that. Also, it's good to read every single bookshelf that you find, because there are a lot of bookshelves that will actually up your skills in certain things. Don't know if that adds to XP for leveling up at all, but it might. Where's the T? There we go. Enter the ruins. Oh. You are bad. Oh. Hold on. What have I done? Huh? Oh. Oh. Yeah, when you get to a certain level, you have a ultimate bar, which I guess is like this, and you do different types of damage. For this, mainly I attack with lightning hands. And I do pretty well, apparently. So, Battle Mage, I think it's safe to say, at least in the lower levels so far, is definitely a very, very viable build. It takes a little bit to warm up, but once you do, my god, does it come together like a dream. Like, look at that, my health bar is barely moving, and break your armor. Basically having absolutely no issues with almost any enemy I come across. Yeah. Oh. Who's a ghost? Spooky.
You have freed me. I overheard that turn the hole, and you condemned.
So I can be a dick. There's a lot of things you can be a dick in the quests. I have no idea what the actual impact of that will be, depending on which quests. There's one near the beginning if you start as Daggerfall Covenant, where a pirate gets poisoned. She's a bad guy. You can either leave her to die of a poison that's eating out her insides, or you can give her the antidote. Don't think she'll ever show up again, but hey, you know, the person I was working with, the NPC, didn't care if I gave her the cure or not. So I did, in hopes that I might get an extra quest later on.
Your efforts honor us, champion.
I'm gonna be a nice guy about this.
The spirits of my warriors return to rest, and
Cool.
so I shall follow.
Okay. What do you got for me?
Warrior, the cultists still plague this island. You will meet them again, to their sorrow.
Good. I thirst for blood. Crunch, Lord. Crunch for the crunch throne. I still have no idea what that's from, but it's become enough of a thing that,
Nothing but dust.
I hear it said. Like in Goat Simulator, there was, like, goat for the goat throne.
Superbly done.
Yep, that's cool. This is,
Foul cultist defile.
Yep. Okay, where do I go for this quest now? Can I just... Guess that's it. Don't know if I got XP or anything for that. Jolly good. Ah. There we go.
The spirits of that cultist have indeed been spotted at Karzok's demise.
Oh, a shield.
Intent is unknown.
And yeah, you know, I'm gonna sacrifice some magic to get a little bit more health, and I am okay with that. Yeah, that's just a little taste of what it's like to be a battle mage, which, if this is going to work, I'd imagine almost any build will work in this game. If you want to play as a rogue running around in heavy armor, train enough in it, and you'll probably be okay. You'll just be a higher defense rogue. I don't know if that's going to affect your sneaking. I don't know how much sneaking actually plays a part in this game. I mean, I haven't used it, so I don't know. But in any case, look at that beautiful sunset. Isn't that just gorgeous? This game is really nice. I mean, those leaves there could be a little bit better rendered. I think I have everything up at maximum. In any case, as for the verdict of whether you can play absolutely any combination that you want in Elder Scrolls Online, I'm going to have to give it a resounding, probably. And that's all the time I have for today, guys. Like and subscribe, leave a comment in the section below, and let me know what you think. I'll see you next time, guys. I gotta go.